Department for revising the plan to improve water conservation goals to more closely align with regional planning efforts, as well as narrowing the gap between Houston's goals and state recommendations. The mission of the Galeston Bay Foundation, a nonprofit organization, is to preserve, protect, and enhance the natural resources of Galveston Bay for current and future users. Not only does Galveston Bay produce more oysters than any other water body in the country, as well as a third of the recreational and commercial fishery revenues in the state, it's also important for local jobs and a high quality of life. Water conservation is critical to protecting vital freshwater inflows to Galveston Bay. We believe that water conservation is key to the health of our estuary and economy, and meaningful water conservation goals are fundamental to this protection. In this spirit, we offer the following comments. Although the current conservation plan is greatly improved from the first draft, there's still no clear roadmap for how the city intends to achieve these goals. A few programs are listed, but an additional implementation timeline would help solidify future steps to accomplishing targets. A water conservation plan is a guiding document for the next 5 to 10 years and outlines a series of best management practices. Houston is commended for focusing on water loss to meet goals, but the remaining portion of the goals hinge on the involvement from the public or the end user. Implementation therefore needs to target water use behaviors. The existing consumption awareness program is a robust tool, and we look forward to seeing it marketed more widely in the future. Even though this is a step in the right direction, additional programs are needed such as public education, water audits, and rebate and incentive programs. We understand budgetary shortfalls can constrain conservation programs, but we hope the upcoming rate study will consider options that preserve the revenue stability, but also successfully implement water conservation. Using water wisely is the most economical and environmentally sound way to ensure water is available to meet all future critical demands. Conservation allows us to bank our precious water resources for drier days and support our growing economy. So on behalf of Galeston Bay Foundation, I thank you for the opportunity to comment, and we're glad to assist in the conservation planning and implementation process in any way.
Thank you for taking the time to come down. The chair recognizes Councilmember Christie.
Emily, I just want to give a shout out to what the Galveston Bay Foundation does. I grew up fishing in Galveston Bay, and there were a lot of times when my dad wouldn't let me eat the products that I would catch. I'd be so proud, but he knew that there was a lot of pollution going on, a lot of toxic waste going into the bay. But over the decades, what your organization has done is just short of miraculous as far as holding people accountable to the chemicals pouring into the bay and working on the wetlands and the estuaries to where we've got a much better bay. And I think you've seen the mayor's plan and the city of Houston's plan on conservation that we know we're in good shape. But to secure the 100-year future, we will conserve and do what you're telling us to do. But thank you for what your organization does.
Thank you.
Councilmember Pennington.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you very much, Emily, for coming forward and for what the foundation does. I think it's very important. Most of the measures that you discussed are pretty simple, straightforward measures that can be accomplished a lot by individual efforts. So reminding the public and reminding public office holders of the need to do those things, I think, is very, very important. And I just when I was a mud lawyer in my private practice, I know there was a program called the Water Smart program where the kids in the 3rd or 4th grade, I believe, were taught about water conservation. And I believe maybe the Subsidence District was working on that. Is that still in effect? And I mean, I think that's a great way to begin the education at an early age.
It is still in effect, but the Houston-Galveston area is quite large, and it's only targeting certain areas. And so the comments today are more of a challenge to prioritize water conservation and really make it more widespread throughout the entire region.
Thanks very much.
Thank you for taking the time to come down.